I'm serious about the title of this video. I might as well make it that. So, record of events. During the weekend, I'm doing this off the top of my head, so it's not the best record, but I'm going to start keeping a record of these harassments. Not that I haven't already, but I'm going to start doing it in video format. I'm not going to be ran off of YouTube. Anyways, so let's keep it a record. All right. Over this past weekend, started on Friday, I had planned on up, updating or changing my Linux or my computer to a Linux system. I had gotten it to work somewhat, and I did one live session, but it was real choppy still yet. So then I decided to pre-record it, and it worked extremely smooth, and the vid's still up. It was a video reaction to Xenoshot. Then after that, I started having issues with the computer again, still having them. And being that the library is closed during the weekend and stuff, there's no way that I can. Anyways, don't need to look at the comments. So I gotta wait until tomorrow where I can mess with another computer to see if I can fix this computer. If I can't fix it, my next option I was gonna do was I was gonna install Linux Mint instead of Ubuntu and see if that worked better. I don't know. If I can't get the Ubuntu to work, then I may have to go that route. And if that don't work, or if there's problems with it, I may just go back to Windows. I don't freaking know. I just know Linux is a lot easier on the RAM. And that's what I don't have a lot in this computer is RAM. So, be better off. But really, at this point, hell, I just need a computer that works. Don't need to be for streaming or anything. I've got a PS4 I can use if I want a game, and I don't care enough to live stream gaming or nothing because I've been made a fool out of on this internet, on this YouTube. I've had people since well back to June befriend me for the sole purpose of learning all they can, getting whatever they can from me in an effort to make videos about it, make fun of me, and get me to react to it, to make more content, make more fun of me. And they have succeeded. I mean, they've done stellar work. This morning, after last night of not being, I don't think I went live last night. Pretty sure I didn't. I was watching something. I went to sleep. I woke up this morning. I started checking some stuff on YouTube, and somebody said something about a video, and I was like, yeah, right. The next thing you know, I go and I actually see said video, and the person that had help in making said video calls me again, despite me telling him several times that we do not want his call to this house. He is going online making false videos under the name Filthy Animal Number 6, saying things like, I'm abusing my grandfather. Well, I let my grandfather be aware of those videos, and he just laughed, and he said, well, if they want to send somebody, they can. He said, me and you don't suffer any type of relationship like that. He said, we may butt heads like anybody else does sometimes, but those are few and far in between, and it's usually, he said, me busting your head. And, just laughed it off. So you guys can do all that. Yeah, crying wolf again. Grub is messed up. Well, maybe I can get Grub fixed. Maybe I can get that all sorted out tomorrow. But I mean, even me trying to reinstall it, the Ubuntu again, is having errors. So I don't know. Maybe there's something wrong with this type of ISO I got or something. I have no idea. If that's the case, then I just need to create a whole new bootable uh, and redo it. It's not Graham number 3 for the day. It's more like none of your business. Shut the fuck up for the day. Actually, this is probably a total of maybe about like 1.4. That's what I've smoked. So after I smoke this, it'll be a total of 1.4. Because I rip my blunts off at the end and make them a little shorter. Been doing that lately. No, I am stopping when school starts. I mean, I'll be sure watching stuff on YouTube, whatnot. Won't be any of y'all stuff. Because it's funny for people to do it to me. They get joy out of making me go and get upset. It's sadomasochistic in a way. They get joy out of me reacting to the fact that they were able to fool, even with me telling my dad beforehand that they'll probably be reached out to and to be careful because you'll be being aired and recorded. He still talked to Filthy Animal. And as far as what my stepmother said, yeah, my stepmother and I, we don't have the greatest relationship. We never have. That's more so been on her than me. But I probably haven't helped things either because you know, let's just say she's new to the family. And when people come in new to the family acting like they've always been a part of the family and they got the family's best interest and all of this and that, I'm wary of people like that. So I was wary of her. Yeah, we didn't get along good, but I never did do anything to that woman. She just like some of the people in the workyverse don't like me. So actually, they'd probably get along great, except for the fact that she's not gonna like. She ain't gonna like the fact, and I've already sent it to my dad. They're not gonna like the fact that they've been recorded like that. And y'all know y'all didn't get the number from me. Y'all know y'all didn't. Ain't none of you get my dad's phone number from me. Me and my dad, hell, we've been talking lately. I'm surprised he took that call. But then my dad, I guess, was easy to fool because they made it sound like it was some guy locally from here. I can't believe my dad hadn't thought, well, why hadn't you drove by there and, went by there at a random time to see what's going on in there. Oh, people don't like the fact that I call out bullshit. That when I see things that are wrong or unfair, I'll speak out on them. You know, They like to call me a snitch. Well, I was taught and raised to believe the word snitch is somebody that's involved in criminal activity that snitches or tells on another criminal counterpart's activity to get a lesser penalty for his criminal activity. So in that sense, I'm not a snitch. Yeah, that's great that they've got two websites now. They got one that's my real name, and they're just doxing it. Because remember, guys, I'm nobody. I don't have a future life. They're just doxing, 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 doxing it. The important thing now is I never see what I have to do now is I can never ever be remotely truthful or specific in any way on my Facebook or any social media now. I can't post graduation photos from when I graduate. I can't, I can't do any of that stuff. It's completely unsafe now for me to do it because my all my stuff's been doxxed and it's being watched. Yeah, I did call someone's work and I apologized to that person. And that was a stupid thing to do. And it was wrong for me to do it, even though he had made a bunch of videos talking shit and lying on me and putting me down every day after day after day. I still was wrong, and I realized that. And that's why I apologized to him. But I don't know about people's. I only called one person's work. Yeah, as if that's how things work. I didn't make myself a target, dude. My personality, my sense of values, my way of operating made me a target. The only thing I can do now is document. I've asked for help from a big influencer. I hope that they can spread some awareness on it. Like, I mean, even if I called somebody, even if I let's say none of this stuff had happened to me, right? And I was just on here as a YouTuber. Nobody was bothering me. And let's say I started doing this to a smaller YouTuber, the stuff that's happening to me. I'd hope to God that somebody in YouTube somewhere sooner or later would see it and speak out about it. But the people I've asked who tell me in private that it's wrong and they see what they're doing and they're telling me what they're preparing to do next, they don't want to speak out because they got a kid or they got a job, too, and that they don't want their stuff leaked out. That's bad, isn't it? When people don't even want to speak out against what they themselves say they see as bullshit for fear of it happening to them. Al Bundy, I know how to pump gas. That machine told me to see the attendant. and I went to see the attendant. And you know what? That's none of your business. I just shouldn't even been streaming. That's what I'm saying. You guys read into shit that it's so minuscule. That little incident wasn't even an incident. It was just a little fucking thing in time that happened at a Walmart gas station. Some miscommunication because somebody was under the impression that, oh, well, you have to operate it this way until it takes it. Well, I didn't know that. All I knew was that if it tells me on there to go to the attendant, I go to the attendant. You know, I'm a kind of follow the signs kind of guy. You have not changed or tried anything different to change then, or you, I don't know what that means, so I'm just going to block you. I know I don't owe any of y'all any explanations, but yet y'all keep wanting them. What y'all needed the explanation is that these people in this workiverse are fucking sociopaths. They want to keep trying to get me riled up by the next thing. Who knows what they're going to think of next to try to do? They're going to, I don't know, try to contact my third grade schoolmate to see what dirt they got to say about me. Fuck, I don't know. You know, but each time they've done it, they've went the extra layer to get my attention. Like, you know, couldn't believe they had got. Well, Stormy Ray, uh, I'm confused about it too. I don't understand. Everyone has told you what to do, but you keep doing the same thing. What am I supposed to do? Am I supposed to sit here for 30 days and endure it day after day after day and not say a word? And then maybe at the end of the 30 days, it'll magically stop? Is that what I'm supposed to magically do? And what fucking grand lesson do I learn from that? What cosmic balance is achieved from this? You guys talk about it like it's some fucking thing that I did to myself. And I'm so sick of hearing that shit. I guess because a person walks by a place where somebody's fiending for some money somehow before their next hit, they decide to become the next victim purse snatcher by choice. They did it to themselves. I mean, that's what you sound like when you say that shit. Because it doesn't matter what I've said, politics, or shared personal belief wise on here or anything. It doesn't give people the excuse to harass me or justify it. No, Rex, I'm not dropping no link. I've been through that with the link thing. All that is for them to get on here to say something. Then and they know I don't have my computer working right now. So how the hell am I going to be able to trim something? They want to ruin this live stream. That way I'd have to start all over again. I've been through that game. There ain't no truth. They just need to, if they would stop, I would stop. And they know that. They don't need to talk to me to know that. Square gay. Wow. Wow. This is what these people say. People like Mr. Fusion himself has called me homophobe or has called me a faggot. He's a homophobe. Mr. Fusion TV is. Yet he's monetized, and as a member for however much he charges you a month, you get to use emojis of my face, freeze frames from videos made to look stupid in different frames, in your chat while you bash me when they're stream sniping me. Isn't that great, y'all? Like, because that's what YouTube's for. Um, I'm not doing anything they're doing, so I can't stop. The only thing I'm doing is I'm reacting or reporting what they do. So if that's a crime, then and I need to stop, then y'all are telling me I don't have no First Amendment. And that don't, but I'm using mine responsibly. I'm not sitting here fucking saying, "Oh, Mr. Fusion abuses women and children," when I know that I don't know that for a fact, and I'm saying it just as a lie, just to say it, or going to a Reddit uh, for DV survivors and stuff like that, and putting Mr. Fusion's channel and saying, "Help us stop him," when I have no evidence of anything of that or nothing. Oh, just stop reacting. Just stop reacting. Just stop reacting. The fact that they fooled your dad and stepmom into talking shit about you live on YouTube for everybody to see, and we've got it up and it's monetized. Just stop reacting. Just stop reacting. Fuck y'all. Square plays the victim works media. Oh, you're so clever. No, I don't have the right to defend myself, Delilah. Apparently, I don't. Apparently, me even fucking defending myself, because that's what they try to say. They try to use the streams when I'm reacting to the shit they've done to me as somehow saying I'm fucking abusing or I'm doing this or I'm doing that. Like, what the fuck? This stream wouldn't exist if not for you. Yeah, fuck you too. It's your right as a citizen, yeah. Y'all think y'all are real funny by saying that, huh? Well, sorry that I'm a fucking square. I'm sorry that I believe in fucking trying to do the right thing and follow the rules and stay on the path that I was taught from my parents or the people that raised me at least. I'm sorry. I'm a traditionalist, if that's what you want to call me, or I'm a citizen. But I'm not going to jump around and say I'm no outlaw or I'm this or I'm that when I know damn well I ain't. And that's not to say that anybody else who isn't, because only you, the person, knows what groups or whatever you belong to. Other people might can verify and vouch they seen you or whatever, but only you truly know. I don't belong to no outlaw group, no gang. I don't belong to no online community called the Workyverse. I never have. This online so-called community, if you can call it a community, it's more like a band. This online band of channels you're talking about do nothing but run me down, twist and take things out of context, or post things that they uh, or post reactions or lives that I have as a result of something they've done. It's all fucking self-manufactured by them. And I guess I've been dancing along their puppet strings, and I need to stop. But how the fuck do you do that when every time they find something just a little bit more past the line to get your attention? Like if somebody woke up, or I woke up this morning and somebody said, "Hey, check this out," it was just another same old type of shit. Like, okay. But no, when it's something big like that, like, oh, we've managed to fool your relatives into talking to us. It's a little different. Oh, when my dog's sitting down in his dog bed, when I got the window up and I blow stuff out the window, that's not me getting my dog high. But good try, mustard squirrel. I would never get my dog high. I bet you would though. You're the type of person you hold their mouth and blow it right in their face. So tired of all you people talking shit about me all the fucking time. Hell, here I am. I don't even have 600 subscribers. I'm not even a big channel. I don't even have active content because any creativity I possibly could have is either being held up right now by technological problems and or mental self problems from this bullshit that's being made about me every day that I'm seeing. So, I mean, I don't get, even if I had the means, how much good content I'd be making right now because I'm under so much fucking pressure. It's not funny. I'm literally sitting here holding the fucking handkerchief, shaking because I don't even know what to say or where to go next. All I know is I did everything I was supposed to do, send them to go to school, and that's what I'm trying to do. That I am actively better in my life, that I'm not in active addiction, like people keep lying and saying shit like my dad that I was and everything. Like, I mean, that is such bullshit. I'm on random monitoring. I could get a call tomorrow at 1 o'clock randomly and them say, "Hey, you got 30 minutes to get up here," which is more than enough time. And I gotta jump and go right up there and get my blood drawn and take my pills. And I'll do it. I signed up for that. Why? Because of me giving a shit what other people thought and said and manufactured up. That I knew they were manufacturing up, but I still knew uh, other people that saw it wouldn't know what to think. That's kind of my own prison itself is my mind, the way I think and approach things and deal with this type of stuff. And they don't give a shit, you know. I tried telling first times I met a few of these people that, I've got issues and I'm actively in therapy and stuff as it is, and I don't need any more, because there for a while I thought about actually, you know, maybe doing this type of stuff or trolling. And I don't know why. I guess the appeal of it being novel to me, but you know, no, I could never do this shit. that whole thing, talking about sticks and stones may break my bone. I mean, that's the biggest lie I ever told. Because words can literally cut through a person, and that's why, like, sometimes whenever I get upset or whatever, you know, you about things said, I regret saying them. I know I didn't mean them or whatever, but because from what I've learned, our subconscious takes the words each and every day, and that's what it uses to build our reality. Oh my God. I don't drink milk. Brownie doesn't eat peanut butter. He had some treats one time that had some peanut butter on them. That was it. But overall, he doesn't eat peanut butter. Um, Also, I'm not crying anymore because I've got a full handkerchief full of tears from this morning because of what you people managed to do. Somehow, when you thought you was all already embarrassed and made a fool of as much as you could have been, they take it to another level. And that's why I had my nervous breakdown this morning at about around 9:40, somewhere in there. I want to make that clearly marked down and known because everything I said in that nervous breakdown, it was just steam. And I'm sorry anyone had to hear it, but apparently, when that filthy guy called, my grandfather that answered to listen to what he said, and he had left the phone going, so y'all got to hear it and record it and everything. But like I said, I was in utter disbelief. And that's exactly what they wanted. I mean, like played into it hook, line, and sinker, looking, re- reflecting back on it. But see, I don't have the ability of seeing all of that crap from before it happening. If I did, I may have done a whole different way of reacting or not react at all. I guess that's why they say hindsight's 2020. Every day, every day I pray. Every day. And I don't beg God for things. I ask Him to help me see everything, to help me understand and know the way to go, and for things like that, and blessings for other people. That's what I pray to God for. Maybe even that in and of itself is too selfish. I don't know. My dad seems to have a lot better relationship with God or spirit than I do. I mean, at least he talks about it a lot, and he likes to run his own ministry channel and stuff. And they made fun of that and stuff, and that's what killed me. What I told my dad, I said the same people that made fun, and because he didn't want me mentioning that they were messing with him, so I didn't until now, and I act like it didn't exist. But yeah, here for a while now, since they came across and found my dad's YouTube somehow. Don't ask me how. I don't know how these people do this shit. They get just a little slither of something about you. They can find everything. But and they want to make fun of him. That's fine. My dad don't give a shit. He might now. I don't know. But my dad and they're old school, and pretty sure they'd be pissed off knowing that their phone call was, even if it wasn't broadcasted live, it might as well have been. I think it was, if I'm not mistaken. Talk about wanting to commit me and all this type of stuff. And what blew my mind is my dad said he thought I had asthma. Like my dad completely, I don't know. His timeline was a little skewed on things, but I don't know why he would still say that he, bring up the Asperger's thing. And that's what his wife said they thought that I had when they first met me, and that was back in 2011, long ass time ago. I got diagnosed with my stuff that I have now when I went to rehab. Well, before I went to rehab, I got diagnosed with it after I tried to commit suicide. There wasn't no, and I've seen some people go around and say that that I lied about that. No, I didn't. The records are there. They don't lie. I had to have surgery and go into ICU for it. It's no lie. I'd be fucked up in the head really if I lied about something like that. No, that's no lie. January 19th, 2019. About, say, 12:45 a.m. at night. 12:46, 47, give or take. But, and, uh, and I was recommended by the hospitals to go, and treat. And I talked about it with my granddad. It wasn't really a put down moment type of thing. I looked up and down my arms like I was patched up like a pirate, like I mean, or I looked like a rag doll. I knew I needed to get help, and so I got my help. And I went and I stayed 30 days at a place. That was their program. I didn't choose it. That's what they decided I needed. They recommended I did substance abuse training after that, treatment, I mean, and that's exactly what I did. They got me a scholarship and grant waiver and stuff like that, and flew me out to Massachusetts. I stayed out there for about 7 months. Out of those 7 months, at least 6 of them I worked at a job for about 32 to 34 hours of the week. The rest of the time, I either went to an outpatient group where I had my weekends off or whatever, where I stayed at home and watched Supernatural at that time. Supernatural was coming to a close. The season finale was. El Camino came out then too, and all those other movies. I had a lot of time watching movies, and that's when I installed the first Linux on my computer. I had a computer that had an extra RAM slot, and it had 8 GB with it already, and I put another 12 in it to make it 16, and it had Linux, dual boot, and I had it all the way until about February 2020, and then it finally fucked me up and stopped working. Made me so mad. Luckily, I had everything off the hard drive already. Back then, we still had a burn pile where you could burn things, so I took it outside with a bunch of other stuff and leaves, and gathered up the sticks and put it all in a pile, put some diesel on it, and set it ablaze. I can't post where I'm going to school. I can't do any of that stuff. I don't know how I'd date. I started dating somebody and they had a Facebook and I added them. Next thing you know, they'd probably start getting harassed. Like I don't know what I'm gonna do. I do not. I know we're gonna be calling people tomorrow. This was kind of like I guess you could say, the last straw of it. With I got somebody that's gonna help. because this is it's not right. Man, I didn't bother anybody the whole weekend, as far as I could tell. I said something about MC because it was true. And I've had so many people lie and tell me one thing and do another, and channels pretend to be talking to me, and they'd have videos up, they take them down, and next thing you know, I found out that that wasn't that channel at all, or if it was, they were in on it. And now videos back up, and just crazy, crazy type shit. I talked to somebody on Instagram earlier that said that people are leaving that are a part of it or whatever over there because there's other people trying to get other people's shit and people backstabbing one another and stuff. I mean, that's what I was told. It could have been a load of shit. Who knows? See, I am. That's the thing. Pimp, pigeon, sir, I know what you're saying, and see, there's a thing called the law of unity, and it says whatever you unite with, you'll become. You know, and positive and negativity are two energies uh, that are both required for everything that's in the universe. They're made up of those two vibratory frequencies, and so you're made up of both. But I get what you're saying about being positive and seeing it'll come back to you. But man, when it comes to other beings in the universe, I can be positive all day long. Like if they want to interfere, and once somebody's aware of you, then they're essentially in your universe. They can do all types of. I don't have. I can try to ignore it and not let it affect me, but I mean that's hard to do, especially this morning. It was hard to do. The fact that got somebody talking to my dad's wife and my dad and tricking them both and got them on live talking about me on YouTube and about past shit that's been over and done with for a long time, and they're almost making them relive that it's back again by their narrative, and it's just fucking, it's just a lot. It's a lot to deal with. That's why I'm not gonna talk about my dad and them anymore because they already got me to a little bit earlier today, and that's what they think I kind of figured part of that out. Because I texted him and I told him, I said, that's exactly what they want to have happen now. So I said, they kind of accomplished it a little bit, mostly already on their own. Uh, but, you know, I don't have to keep going along with it. And I'm not, people want to talk about my past or whatever. Hell, there was a time that I wouldn't give a shit about anybody else but myself, you know. I was only worried about me and what I could get. Uh, I'm glad I'm not like that anymore because that person was not only bad for other people, he was bad to be, ugly to be. What is it, Bubba? What is it, Fanny? What is it? If they want to genuinely see me succeed and do good in life, they definitely wouldn't be posting the videos and stuff, and doing stuff like Filthy Animal and them are doing. Like, that's a fact. What is it? What is it? Yeah, I know we're gonna do some training today. You ready? You ready? I'm gonna make a pizza. Is that okay? Can I make a pizza? Yeah, yeah. Scratch your head again. Yeah, do that. Yeah, yeah. It's so cute when you do that. Do it again. Do it again. Do it again. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Hold on, let me see if we do it again. Come on, Danny. Do it. Do it. Yeah. Do it for the camera. Hold on. Keep doing it. Keep doing it. Come on, Granny. Granny. Yeah. He's playful. Scratch your little head again. Come on. Scratch your little head. Arr. Yeah, he's so shy. Yeah. He's a good little boy. Yeah, he's hiding his eyes. Yeah, he does that. I love Brownie. My grandpa was saying earlier, 'cause I told him, I said, well, we listened to some of Fusion's video. I said, well, I mean, oh, look at him. Do it again. Do it again, Brownie. Do it again. Come on. Come on. Brownie. Brownie, come on. Do it again. Do it again. Come on. Do it again. Brownie. Come on. Come on. Ah, the claw. Ah, 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 ah. Yeah, he had that. Yeah. Ow. I got your leg. 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 I got your arm. Ow. Ow. He's got me by the arm, people. Ow. Ah. That tastes good. Do that taste good? Do I taste good, Brownie? You biting my arm. My hands must be salty or something. Keep biting them and licking them. Ah, ah, ah. Yeah, he's vicious. He's a little. Oh, bless you. Bless you, buddy. You got a sneeze? I love you. He's my little buddy. I love him with all my heart. There isn't anything I wouldn't do for him. If I had to go a month without something that I usually almost need practically, I would do it if I had to for him. Same goes for my granddad or anybody else that's close to me. I'll go without eating so others can eat, in other words. And people can say, oh, that's cliche to say, or yeah, whatever. Sure, you say, well, that's the truth. I'm just that way. Some people call it stubbornness or whatever, but I guess I'd call it a natural inclination. Would I go without my weed? Of course I would. How many rats could he kill in a minute? Probably not too much. I should monetize everything on YouTube. Okay, sure. That's what I will do from now on. I mean, people are making me this cult figure, this person that has made up his own victimization thing. That's Daniel fucking Bishop's latest fucking narrative he's pushing. Just wait until I get my computer fixed, Bishop. I got a video coming out soon with your name on it. It's gonna have your fucking phone call that you made to me. Unless you call me soon and we work this shit out like I thought we already had worked out months ago. I'm not the only one that'll remember what I'm talking about. Me and you supposedly, like, I didn't know you, you didn't know me. We crossed paths back in the day on panels back in July to August, and we stopped. Like, we called a truce. And you were one of the few people that actually have called a truce with that it's actually, I thought, was was withstood standing, but apparently it's not. I can't help it that I report something somebody told me. If it's false, then tell me. And I'll take it. I think I took it down anyways. If I haven't, I'll take it down. Maybe you're not that dude. I don't care. It really doesn't matter. Not at this point. But that is the person that yeah, I haven't made no thousands of dollars, that's for sure. Stormy Ray, I have a good day. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to be any type of way with you or anything. It's just that, you know, like Herbal's done a lot to me that was wrong, and you know, I was just wondering why you had said what you said on that one thing I commented back on. That's all. It's no big deal. You know, you're welcome to. Uh, I will, Delilah. I mean, you know, when I first listed up my Cash App or asked for help with a computer, I had people like Grind to Shine and other people tell me to do it, and it's no big deal. And then after I did it, I swear to God, those same people then turn around and say, "Oh man, I waited a long time before I put my cash up. I just did videos for free, da 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 da." And I'm like, I wasn't even, like I still have not made one red cent on this platform. Like I have donated more and given more money to other people than I have taken by positive majority. Like I haven't even. The only thing I think basically someone's given me on here was some of their time. Oh, no, I'll tell you what. The one thing I have been given on here was my intro and outro. Mr. Guitar Fingers made it for me, and I used to give him credit on my videos until he started going off and making videos about me and shit, and joining the shit. I've donated to. It doesn't matter who I've donated to. I mean, what is it? I mean, if you're talking about people who mess with me, other, I gave a little, I gave a little bit to. I mean, not a lot, obviously, just a little bit of money compared to because of the state I was in. I could only give so much, but I gave a little bit of money to. I'll just list the channels that have, fucking, what was it? I think I did maybe one at least or something to Rick and Moses. I know I did a couple to Scooter. I know I did like one to T, and Triple T hadn't done anything to me. Rick and Scooter have. Donated to another channel. I just don't want to say the name because I don't want them to get mixed up in this. I've donated to a few people. It's just pocket. I mean, it's not that much money, but it helps. That's just all I could contribute. And I was doing it as an honest effort. I wasn't doing it to brag about it. Uh, well, I'd have to get my Cash App up. It's not downloaded. I'll do it another. I'll keep that in mind for the future, dude. I do mind or appreciate you doing that or telling me that, but I don't. I just don't see people, or I see someone doing it like that hates me. That'll abuse it. They'll say, "Oh, I scammed them or something," because I didn't. You know, I had a Patreon up, but it wasn't really active. Well, it was, but it wasn't. Like this one person kept saying, "Oh, I paid for your Patreon." Well, I took it down. Number one, that's not even. It wasn't meant to be active like that. Like I didn't think anybody would find it. Winnie the Pooh, I'm not reading your comments because yours is literally stupid. You know what? I'm blocking you. My block. You are now. Hello, Jim. Uh, too many probably. At least a third, if not more. I will, Rob. I will. Like, I mean, I will. I mean, I know that's what some of these channels are doing. I mean, hell, some of these channels are promoting hateful content, uh, abusive, violating terms of service content, and they got it monetized. I don't know how. I noticed that, Delilah, but I just didn't bring it up because I felt like if I brought it up, I would just be asking for more shit. You know what I mean? I noticed that. I donated money to. I'm not bragging or nothing, but I helped Lee out some because I knew he needed it. I'm not a bad person at all. That's what sucks about this shit. Is I hate to be thought of as a bad person, and they know it drives me crazy. That's why they do it. They just have said horrible things to me about my relatives, my dead friends and relatives. I mean, things that you can't get out of your head. Just sitting there gnawing on you. I don't know when I came on here wanting to do like, you know, reactions and reporting of events and things going on both offline and online. And I knew that I'd seen like exposed channels before where they expose like bad products or things like that. So I thought, well, if I try to work with somebody, if I come across somebody that's doing something bad, like I'm gonna expose it, you know. And people didn't like that when I said that. They made it they made it sound like almost like that I was going around just trying to befriend people to expose them or something. And that was not my message at all. But that's what they made it out to be. Wonder how many days Grind Shine's checked to see if I've doxed him. I've never doxed him. And he's even joined in on making bullshit videos of me. I don't care. I'm not going to dox anybody. I'm not going to stoop to that level. If I do that, I'm just as bad as they are. I won't do that. And I kind of owe it to the people that I've accidentally revealed their names and stuff before on streams. I kind of owe it to them not to do that and act that way either. Here, Brownie. Yeah. I think I am going to go to church tonight if Grandpa wants to. Because, I don't know. I'm getting so tired of things. Brownie's getting closer to me, and he's getting closer to being done with training. And I need to get him a new vest for Christmas. If he's going to be my service dog. I want him to get a good harness that works with him and he works with it. You know it? Oh boy. You know it? He's currently training with bison bites and ground beef jerky strips. Say that it tastes good though, them bison kidneys, don't they? Them freeze dried bison kidneys, hormone and antibiotic free. Say, yeah, I love them. Yes, you do. He's been doing his commands good. He's been learning how to do rest in the palm. That way I can get him to get to where he'll be completed to where he can do his deep pressure therapy, because the only thing lacking is the chin rest. And that's what I'm teaching him now, because he already knows how to get on my chest. And so I'll have him taught that and this one other technique. And if I can teach him more, I'll try to. But I'm just going to get the basics down that I need for him to graduate, because this training, while it is different than traditional training and a lot cheaper, it's still pretty expensive. So yeah, it is, isn't it, Brownie? It's a lot expensive. I don't have to apply for school grant. I can't monetize my content. I'll get a cash app. Don't worry, Eisman. I'm probably not even gonna be getting on here, man. That much. Like, I mean, I really aren't. I mean, orientation is on the 9th of December, and my school got, got paid for with my bulk rehab and my status money wise, and um, the diagnoses I have, all of that together qualified me for their help. So they're taking care of this and doing this for me, which in the past we paid for my schooling I got some grants, yeah, and but I never got like a full scholarship or anything or a loan. And I've been lucky to where I haven't had to get a loan because I didn't want to get a loan. I mean, my dad is still paying off his loan, but apparently people have told me that's because that they, avoided paying it for a while, and I know that's partly the case too. But and those loans they lock you up sometimes, and I was just one of those types of people when I was growing up in late high school. Like the idea in my mind was if I can't go without having to go into debt immediately, then I made up my mind I wasn't going to go. And so for a few years there, I didn't. I finished up my high school and I worked. And I didn't think about school. And then I just started to think about it and it consumed me. And that's when I started going to school. And what you call it, battery ran out. Let me see. Can y'all hear me now? Let me see if this works. Um, First time I went to schooling, I did uh, two classes, and I ended up dropping one so I could graduate the other with an 8. And then the next semester, I decided to switch, and I tried to do an emergency medical technician, but I couldn't do the lifting, and after trying to lift, I started having pain in my back. So I went to have my back looked at, and that's when I learned that I had degenerative disc disease and the herniations and all that. And so then after that, I went to school after EMT was a waste that semester. I think I didn't go one semester, and then I went the next one, and that turned out to be the time where I had my accident. So, I've kind of had a curse when it's come to schooling. It seems like I get really, really close to finishing sometimes, and then I don't finish. Yeah, that's right. But I don't want to make. Yeah, I know what you're saying, guys. Man, I want to make like react type content or other I don't want to make this trolling hate content like people make about me. It's too toxic and easy to get into because already almost got into it once. I hear you. No, don't say that, Mr. Davis. I mean, they do keep trying to push me to a new point, breaking point, whatever. But I mean, I'm not going to say that because I'm not. I mean, they've done all this, and I mean, the only it could be better if they would just simply stop and take it down, but they won't do that. So, and the longer and longer it stays up, somebody else is going to copy it. And there's going to be a point to where it can never go away. And that's why I asked these people in the early beginning. I took down my whole channel for them. I reset it. They said, no, we don't want to do that. We'll lose our growth. Actually, you get your channel growth back as soon as you put your channel back online. All you got to do is put all the videos except the hateful videos back up, and your channel views itself will reset and everything else. But you will get back what you had. Well, Bill Davidson, I don't agree with that just because people, and understand people get bullied to a breaking point. Or maybe they get, like me, they get bullied to the point they have like a nervous meltdown, something break down. But they should, to extend that to premeditatively setting up a horrible vendetta against society. And, I just, I don't agree with that. I don't agree with it. I mean, are they a cause to some of that stuff? I'm pretty sure they are. But are they 100% solely responsible? No, I don't think so. Come here, Brownie, come here. I just wanted to make friends. That's all. That's all I wanted to do. I just wanted to make friends and make content, expand my horizons, because I was still am kind of trapped at home for the time being. But of course, I didn't tell anybody that. That's what it is. Having to take care of things at home, be here for my other person that's helping me, helping out. So I wanted to go on YouTube. I can't tell if that'll be the worst mistake I made this year or the worst mistake I made in my life yet. I don't know. I don't know what you're talking about. All I'm saying is that somebody's calling me after calling. Like, somebody's calling my grandfather. The other people in chat, but I'm just sitting streaming, and filthy animal, you gotta make a phone call to my grandpa. And you're calling him right now. That's elder abuse, filthy. Just because you're old, filthy, don't mean you can't commit elder abuse by harassing them like that. See, I'm not committing elder abuse on my grandpa. I don't care how many times you say that and lie about it. And you're calling him again. Filthy animal doesn't take accountability because he's unknown. He keeps himself, cloaked, and nobody knows who his identity is. And if they do, that's how these little circles work with hackers and trolls. They got dirt on one another. That's why they don't betray each other. Because they probably would probably think of that group. We don't really dog horse here, but he has, thank God, there's dogs. Brownie, you want to go outside? Go outside, Brownie. Turn the snow off. Be careful. I'll see Brownie. Hello. Okay. Yeah, but anyways, I usually go out with him, even if he's not on leash. But he likes to go out on his own. Most of the dogs around here all go out on their own. Very few of them are walked by myself. Some people walk their dogs on a leash. I do, but I don't do it every time. Usually during the day when we're at home or something, I just let him out when he needs to go out. He stays around here because there's 2 or 3 dogs behind us. There's 2 dogs in front of us. There's a couple more dogs on the other side. There's dogs and cats all up and around this area. It's basically his geofence, because his collar has a geofence. I made a geofence on one area and a geofence on the other area, and if he gets out of that range, then it tells me he's out of the range. Which he usually has a pretty good. He don't ever get out the range. I mean, very, very, very few times does he do it. and he only does it for like a quick second. I think he does it because he thinks there's a bone or something over across the street. I don't like him crossing that street. Y'all are gonna have to excuse me for a second. I'm gonna have to wait for him and let him back in. Then I'll talk some more. Filthy ain't no Southern guy. Southern guy wouldn't treat old people like that. Like, there's old people all around me, and I don't treat them like that. Like, I help carry their groceries in and sweep their fucking porch off and shit. Hell, he's calling my grandpa right again right now. Are you making a note of how many times he's calling? You know what his name is, don't you? Filthy Animal number 6. Brownie. There he is, number 5. Yeah, the phone's off. That's why he's calling your cell phone. I don't know how you got it stuck. Oh, he's calling you from different numbers. Yeah, and that's what he did to Dad. He made Dad and them think that he was calling from Missouri. Come here, Brownie. Come here, Brownie. Come here, Bubba. I gotta wipe them little feet off. Yeah, you got some little wet feet, don't you? Ooh, yeah. Ooh, you got them little wet feet. Got them little wet feeties. Yeah. Oh, yeah, Booger Sugar. Yeah. Yeah. You gonna be a good boy? Huh? You gonna be a good boy? Daddy gonna have to get you? You gonna make me get you? You're not gonna make me get you, are you? You don't wanna make me get you, boy. When I get to getting, I get to getting. Go on get, boy. Go on get. Go on get, boy. I'm just kidding. Come on. You little buckaroo. You're about the only thing that gives me any joy, you and Grandpa. I mean, the Davis guy, he made a point, you know. I get it, but still, I wouldn't, I don't condone, like, I try not to be a cynic because when I started learning everything about the world and stuff that was kept from me as a kid and as a teenager, the stuff I was sheltered from knowing, you know, when I started learning it and I started breaking out my paradigm, you know, cynicism came in. And so I'm not for cynicism is never the answer, that's for sure. Dude, we did not give the new ones out. We did not give our house number and stuff out. And if we changed it, he would get them again. And I don't know how he got my granddad's cell phone number, or my dad's, or my stepmom's. He didn't get them from me. That's for damn sure. There's nobody that I'm close to I gave them to that messes with YouTube. So that only leaves research, back alleyway, or, you know, some way he got it. Filthy animal ain't nothing, dude. No, because if I roast them or whatever now, then I'm looked at encouraging it. There ain't nothing I've done all weekend long that called for them calling my dad and them like they did. I ain't do nothing to them. Brownie, go lay down. Go to your spot. Go to your spot. Don't make me tell you twice. Brownie, go to your spot. Brownie, go to your spot. Brownie, go to your spot. Go to your spot. Psst. Brownie, go to your spot. Good boy. Stay. I ain't got nothing against being Southern or Northern, really. You know, I mean, I just happen to grow up Southern. I'm just saying that, you know, I mean, it just seemed like growing up to me that most Southern people were always especially kind to elder folk and people that were older than them. And I know I try to do that to everybody I run into that's older than me. And I always try to keep it in mind, especially with people that I'm around or related to. But, you know, when, like, there's some interesting things about my grandfather and I. We both have the same birthday. You know, we both were born on the same month and the same day, just different years. We're both a lot alike in the same ways. And so, yeah, like we bump heads, but we don't fight. Like you never find a moment where like I got nasty or grinned my teeth or anything at my grandpa. Now my dad, like my dad and dad, I'm not trying to talk about this, but hell, you kind of give me no choice with the shit that you fucking freely talked about. Well, damn it, you didn't know, but still, how did you not know, Dad? You already knew it was going on. That's how I just don't understand how he was able to fool them. Yeah, T. Dameron ought to not be in here. She's got me blocked, so I can't see her. Get her out of here. She used to call me a stalker and everything else, and she don't even know me. I don't even know her, really. I just know her name and used to see her in chats. That's about it. So I don't know what I gotta do, guys. I thought maybe I might get a co-host, but that ain't gonna happen. So that's why I tried to get my laptop fixed and in order so I could use it. Technically, I could make videos with my phone. It's a shit arduous long process. It's not any fun. Like trying to make reaction videos on here. I got two options. I can, and I like the audio to be good, so I choose to do it the other way, which includes me basically having to record myself watching the video, reacting to it, and then clipping and putting it in right at the right time when the other video's playing. And it's just a lot to do. Trying to get the audio just right so it syncs up right and doesn't sound like shit. Basically, how I did my Roma Army vid, but the Xenoshop vid I did was on StreamYard by pre-recording it. And since I pre-recorded it instead of live streamed it, it went a lot smoother whenever I broadcasted it. Whole lot smoother. I couldn't, I thought it played great. Cyber Monday. You know what? I forgot about that. I might do that on tomorrow. I don't know. It just depends because the way we have our money budgeted, both mine and my granddad's. Well, I don't have much left here soon. I'm gonna be broke, but so I didn't plan on having to. But I thought I may have to get a new computer because, and not just for YouTube, but number one for school in general, and two because of life. Like the computer I've had, number one is cheap. Number two, it's old. Number three, I've used it faithfully for 2 years straight. And number five, it's, been having issues acting up. And I mean, if I can salvage and save it and put a Linux distro on it, then I will. I would much rather do that. But that still doesn't mean that I wouldn't be off to the idea of getting a new Windows. Because the thing about this Lenovo, I took it apart. It does not allow for the. I can't even take out the current RAM in it. Like if I wanted to just take it out and put an 8 gig in there, it doesn't allow it. I've already tried and took it apart slowly and looked at it. It's all locked in there. Doesn't have an extra slot or anything. Now my last computer, it had an extra slot. I felt bad because my dad actually thought, and that's why I wonder, like, what's wrong with my dad? Because hell, he knows this shit's been going on. It like my paranoia side of me almost wonders. Yeah, you don't even want to get me started. Guys, I'll look, I can't get my Cash App right now. I have to download the app. So if you guys will just please remember, just hold on. I will post my Cash App on my community tab once I get the app installed and get the actual cash tag, okay? If you want to donate anything, you're more than welcome to. Oh, I told my dad the logistics of it this morning. I said, you don't realize that you guys were aired live on air, and all of what you said to that one person went out to about almost 2,000 people now. And that was real rich hearing from Terry. She didn't want to see me ever again. I don't want to see her ever again. I ain't do nothing but try to get along with her and my dad here since I came back from rehab. I did nothing but try to get along with them. The few times my dad let me borrow some money, I paid him back. I have a good, I mean, I haven't done anything wrong to my dad. I mean, I could see Terry going, talking away and not thinking twice about what may be going on, but I couldn't believe my dad, like, especially when he called back and how he cannot possibly hear that Filthy's vape is going each time. But the dude's sitting there talking about weed's bad, and he's sitting there, sucking on a vape. That's why I told my dad, I said, "Do you have any idea that you were sitting there talking to a dude that was sitting there vaping right in front of you? And as you guys are talking about how bad these drugs are, I was like, you don't even realize who you were talking to." I was like, he called your father a faggot, and me too, one. But yeah, you opened, and my dad's like, well, we weren't supposed to get targeted. And I'm like, I said, me neither, Dad, but I did, and they somehow found your shit. So when they found your shit and they started messing with it weeks ago, and I told you, don't take any phone calls from anybody. You should. I mean, that's all he had to do. But no, he took the phone call because Filthy was able to make himself sound, whatever type of way and shit. But my laptop running Linux is stuck on a system reset. Whenever I turn it on, it says system reset and turns off. It's on what they call a infinite loop boot loop. I have clicked F2 and F1, and see there at first I only went into the security and logistic configuration, but something told me to click F1, and I went into BIOS, and when I clicked F1 that one time, Grub came up, and I was able to click on Ubuntu, and it loaded. But then after it did a system update, it reset it. And then after it's reset now, every time I click F1, it don't even go into BIOS settings. It goes into the old system configuration settings. And that's not like the BIOS, from what I understand, the BIOS to be. I thought the BIOS was like black and gray. But, I don't know what to do about it. I've just been going round and round with it. I tried to reinstall Linux off of the flash drive, and every time it tries to run the installation again, it says error, and so it's not even letting me reinstall it. So what my plan to do was I plan to go to the library and download Linux Mint and put it on the USB drive and plug it in and see if installing it would fix it. If not, an older version of Ubuntu, like a different ISO image or whatever, something. Okay, I'm not clicking F2. When I go click F2 in enough time, it comes up, and I have to enter in my password. And when I do that, it comes up. Hold on, I gotta enter the password for the hard drive. Lenovo setup utility. And I don't want the setup utility. I want the. Well, it looked pretty easier to me. I don't know what Tails is. I don't know what you mean. Mint is like Tails. Look, Linux Mint looked easy to me when I looked at it. I mean, it's just a different type of Ubuntu. It's all Linux. See, it says secure boot is disabled, but whenever I go to security, it says secure boot is enabled, but the status is disabled. And when I go to boot, boot mode is in EFI, and the boot priority is Ubuntu, Windows Boot Manager, and then USB HDD, which is the I mean, I don't know what else to do here. Well, I don't know what's wrong with Tails, but I'm gonna try to click delete, see if that does anything, but I doubt it will. All it did was just flash the system specs. Oh wait, no, dude, Grub popped up for some reason this time. Oh shit, it looks like it may have worked. Dude, if this shit worked, I'm gonna repair Grub as soon as it boots. Yep, it did. It booted me up. I'm in. Hell yeah. Daniel Bishop, seriously, like, all I want you to do, man, is take down your videos. We had a truce. You called me the other day, a week or so ago, and you had your baby crying in the background. Like, I told you I had no issues with you, and all of a sudden, and you said you were trying to help me, and then now all of a sudden I come on here and I find that you got a bunch of videos about me. Like, that shit ain't cool, man. Well, guys, I ought to be able to, I can get on, uh, what do I want to get on? Or I want to make sure, I want to repair Grub. I'll just run boot repair. All right, I'm downloading boot repair on the terminal. Now I'm gonna update it, and then I'm gonna install it. And it's working. Let me show y'all that. That is Linux working and doing its job. And watch me do this. Whoops. There we go. See that little thing popped up? I deleted Windows entirely. This computer only has Linux now. No, the dual boot's not a good, not that great. Yeah, I'm still here. Hold on. He's still filthy animal is still in there calling my grandpa back to 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 back. And I'm not even doing anything, but I'm sitting here messing with my computer and talking to y'all. Oh man, my computer works now. It works now. Okay. Well, guys, I'm going to go back to reacting to the content here soon, but tell you what, I may have to react to Fusion's video. Filthy animal calling my parents, my dad and them. It's just not fair they get to talk, but I don't get to talk back. I don't know who said you're welcome to me, but I don't owe a thank you to anybody on this. I figured this shit out on my own. I installed Ubuntu on my own. If that's you, King of the Kill, you didn't help me do shit. All you did was help the idea pop in my head. But sure, thanks for the idea that I've already done before in my life and know how to do. Let me get off here. I'll be back on. JM, I'll see if I can unblock you and whoever else.